40% tariffs by Trump in early 2025, according to economists, and a stock market bubble prediction. I read an interesting article today on yahoo.com, put out by Reuters and written by Vivek Mishra and Kevin Yao, titled Trump to Unleash Nearly 40% Tariffs on China in Early 2025, Hitting Growth, Reuters poll. The authors of this article referenced a poll of economists conducted by Reuters, which revealed Trump could impose nearly 40% tariffs on imports from China early next year. The authors went on to say the economy is more vulnerable than during his first term because of the prolonged property downturn, debt risks, and weak domestic demand. Here are my thoughts. Trump talks a big game, but I doubt he wants to crash the U.S. economy. I'm sure he doesn't want to be the person that caused a stock market correction or crash. I'm sure he doesn't want to upset some of the business people that supported him during his re-election campaign. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. The first commenter said, "My son is a manager in a retail chain for office supplies. He noticed the business is already preparing. Prices on items received from China and Mexico have had their cost to consumer increased by as much as 40%. Since the tariffs have not been instituted yet, some of this is no doubt price gouging, but it gives a glimpse of what we can expect." The explanation given to him when he questioned this is that they have to protect their profit margin now because they can't wait until the last minute. The next commenter said, "Let's get in a time machine and go back to 1930. The third Republican president in a row, Harding, Coolidge, and now Hoover, had a Republican-controlled Congress and a Supreme Court packed with conservative Republicans. The Republican Hoover wanted tariffs on foreign goods, and Congress agreed and passed the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act with 20% tariffs on imported goods, and more than 1,000 economists warned Hoover to veto the legislation, but Hoover signed that bill into law on July 17, 1930. By raising the average tariff by some 20%, it prompted retaliation from foreign governments, and world trade markets crashed, pushing the already weak world economy into the Great Depression, which was the worst economic downturn in world history. The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, "It is ridiculous to think that Trump tariffs will only hurt China's economy, but not the U.S. economy. The truth is, his tariffs will hurt the U.S. a lot more than China. After the first 4 years of Trump, China is now fully prepared for whatever Trump throws at them, because the U.S. is not the only market China can sell things to. There are many other places China can trade with." Well, my friends, the commenters always have interesting things to say. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on yahoo.com, put out by Business Insider, and written by Ph.D. titled, "It Looks Like Donald Trump Will Get to Fly on His Cut-Price Air Force One After All." The author of this article talked about how Air Force One is more than 30 years old, and the next Air Force One is currently being built. I remember when Trump was president the last time. He made a deal with Boeing for the next Air Force One, and he even picked out a different paint scheme for it. Then, Biden changed the color back to the way it looks now. That's why this article caught my attention. I was really interested to know what updates there are about this new plane. The plane was supposed to be delivered in 2024, but now it has been pushed back to 2027. The author said it is possible Trump will get to witness his deal come to fruition. I think it will be really cool if Trump gets to ride in the new version of Air Force One. It will be interesting to see if his original color scheme is what is used. This was red, white, and blue instead of the light blue color like the current version. This new plane is going to cost $3.9 billion. Apparently, Boeing has lost more than $2 billion building this new version of Air Force One. From my perspective, That is really hard to believe. It's hard to imagine a single airplane costs that much money. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. The first commenter said, "If I was the CEO of Boeing, I would cut my losses and cancel the contract. The government can take possession of the unfinished aircraft if it wants to, or they can sue to collect any progress payments it has made to date. At least then, Boeing would know exactly how much it stands to lose on the project." The next commenter said, "Why is this taking so long? Before being canceled, Boeing was building one 747-8 per month in the Everett plant. Maybe a Boeing employee could verify that." Another commenter said, "Beautiful. Trump saved the taxpayers $2 billion already and is sticking it to corporations with the bill. This is just winning. Trump is the man." The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, "What a waste of money. Fly coach like the rest of us taxpayers." Well, my friends, these commenters always have interesting things to say. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Here's another article about a bubble bursting. This one was on yahoo.com, put out by Business Insider and written by Kelly Clunan, titled, "The Greatest Bubble in Human History is Close to Bursting," Black Swan investor Mark Spitznagel says. The author of this article referenced Black Swan investor Mark Spitznagel as saying, "The stock market is heading for a historic sell-off," reiterating an uber-bearish warning for investors who are getting comfortable with steady stock gains amid the frenzy over artificial intelligence. He pointed to similarities with the dot-com bubble when investors poured money into tech stocks before the frenzy fizzled and the NASDAQ crashed in the year 2000. Here are my thoughts. Why is this guy just calling out the hype surrounding artificial intelligence? What about the thousands of cryptocurrencies that are in existence, many of which may simply be speculative plays with little practical utility? Listen carefully to what I just said. I said many of which. I didn't say all. I also said may simply be. I didn't say that with certainty. Some may have current or future utility. Time will certainly tell. I just know this is becoming a crowded space, and there is a lot of speculation. I also suspect there is a lot of leverage out there in this space. Now, this investor, Mark Spitznagel, has had prior bearish predictions that haven't come to fruition yet. I stress yet. Could we eventually see a sell-off? Sure we could, but no one has a crystal ball. Having lived through the run-up to the dot-com bubble, I can tell you that irrational behavior can continue for a very long time. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.